Hello everybody, welcome back to Meadow Grove Farm, where today we're going to be basically continuing on where we left off last time. We're going to be sorting out the Bobcat, and I am, after deciding this trailer is a bit too small for the Bobcat, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a second Herbst instead. I kind of want to keep the one for the... Well, actually... Do I need the second one for the load-all? Because if I'm bringing all the Bobcat stuff over to the pigs, also the Bobcat is slowly sliding off the trailer, and I'm aware of that. But if I bring the Bobcat and all of its assorted goodies over to the pigs, is there really any need for me to have the load-all? I don't think so. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do in that case, he says cautiously, is I'm gonna dump this off at the shop, sell the trailer from under the Bobcat, and I guess drive over to the cows, grab the Herbst and go from there. Well, that's just made the Bobcat even more unstable. Yeah, the Bobcat's really unhappy now. Is there gonna be an easy way for me to get the Bobcat off of this? Because we're almost at the shop, and now I'm having to consider how do I get the Bobcat off the damn loader. Off the trailer. By the way, the trailer's skipping because now the front of it's low enough that the stop hitches is I guess the trailer brake is smashing into the ground. So every time there's a bit of a bump, the trailer hitch hits the ground. So let's stop there. Sell the trailer from underneath the Bobcat. Because I don't think I'm getting the Bobcat off that easy. Hover Bobcat. Right, leave that there for the time being. Go get the Herbst. Get the load-all off that. I'm gonna need the load-all to... Oh no, I'm gonna need the load-all to be portable. Because I just realized, like, I'm gonna need to buy seeds and stuff, so I need the load-all to be portable. In which case, let's just get a second Herbst. It is in loaders, Herbst, and we'll get this one in, seeing as it's for the Bobcat, silver, I guess. That is extremely grey. That is quite possibly the dullest colour in the world. Although it does look nice. Let's just get the ramps down. The walking speed to something vaguely sane. I should actually be able to be a bit cheeky here. Because if I am correct, which I rarely am, I should be able to load up the bucket first. You'll see where I'm going with this in a second. Let's load the bucket up. This trailer's the size, like, a lot wider than the other one. Even though it looks about the same, it is a lot wider. You can see the tracks are not falling off the trailer anywhere near as much. But if we use the bale fork here, even though I don't particularly need it because I could use the pallet fork for bale handling, I can use this as a stopper to stop the bucket from going everywhere. Because in theory, if the bucket's made well, yes, it has proper collisions, so I can... It's maybe a bit too extreme. You just kind of spike the bucket there like that. get back into the tractor, and head off at basically whatever speed I feel fit. And nothing should come off the trailer. In theory. In practice, I'm probably horribly wrong. Now, the reason I'm doing this nonsense, the reason behind it, is basically I'm gonna want to do another run to the pigs and back. I've just thought of something else that's gonna be useful for the Bobcat and for the pigs. As I gulp a bit of water. Because while a pallet fork is all well and good, I do have the Albert Bale, or the Albert bag handling fork, don't I? And I'm kind of thinking, probably wrongly, that it might be handier to use big bags than to use the pallets. Because definitely the big bags tend to work a bit better and tend to handle a bit better. Especially Jolly Dodgers ones, which are now my big bags of choice. I absolutely love using them, and I will continue to do so. So I'm gonna stick with pallets, just because I don't want to do another load and back. However, I think that field, by the way, is just a weird glitch. These two fields are weird glitches. By the way, just to ignore the weird glitchiness of those two fields. I think just having the Bobcat will do over at the pigs. Because it can do all the work that I'm going to need to do over there. Plus, I mean, it's a Bobcat. I get to play with the Bobcat. That's always a bonus. I do quite like using skids. As rarely as I use them, I do quite like using skid steers. I think they're a bit more useful for certain jobs, definitely like small loading tasks. And small bale handling. Small scale tasks. They're a lot more useful, and 110% for cleaning out animals and getting manure sorted out. A lot more useful than a tractor or a telehandler or something like that. It just kind of looks and feels more correct to me. Now, obviously, over at the main yard, we will be using the load all. But over here, this is going to be the Bobcat's territory. This is going to be where the Bobcat lives and works and does everything over here. Unfold the ramps, and we'll start unloading the Bobcat and its equipment. So that shouldn't have happened. Bale fork can go and basically line up with these bales. It will unfortunately be one bale at a time we're moving, and we will need to get a tractor over here as well. We can just kind of shuttle the fast track or something back and forth as and when we need it. We won't need it for a while though, so we should be good there. And now we get to climb up on the trailer again because I came at it from a really bad angle. Fix that, attach it. And the attacher's a bit wonky, I've noticed. That's kind of odd. But we get to do our first bit of actual work with the Bobcat because I did notice the pigs have made a bit of a mess. And by a bit of a mess, I mean there's literally one small patch of corn and I want to pick it up with the Bobcat. There we go, 15 litres of corn. That's all I've used the Bobcat for, but I've used it now. There we go, you can go back into the pigs now. Now, unfortunately, this won't be able to. It might barely be able to. Oh no, it'll be more than able to put a bale into the shredder. We will need to sort out the muck situation in time, so we're going to abandon that there. We're going to hop back into the case and just park this trailer up literally somewhere. Let's just park it up against this wall. Yeah, let's just park it up over here. I know I'm using the keyboard for this because it's easier a bit for me. And let's get the case back over to the main yard. Now, I think the next job is going to be doing a bit of windrowing in field. See, this is where things get awkward because I know I've been doing a lot of these jobs on Sandy Bay recently. And I spoke in either yesterday's or the day before's video about doing the hardest challenge possible in Farm Sim. I am making the rules at the moment. So far the responses have been, holy crap Dave, why are you trying to do this? Which sounds about right for me. I'm calling it calling it for now the Insanity Challenge. I don't know if I'll change the name in time, but that's what I've kind of named it as a working title kind of thing. And yeah, it's evil to say the least. I'm quite happy with the rule set as it is right now. I think there's one or two more things that I haven't thought about yet that I want to sort. The day that I start the challenge is the day that the rule set is locked. So whenever I start the challenge, the rules are locked off. I will not be tweaking them anymore. I will not be tinkering with them anymore. I will not be playing with them anymore. That's going to be it. That's going to be the rule set that I'll use. And because there are so many rules, because I'm trying to cover every little out that I could have otherwise, it's most likely going to be a Google Doc. At the moment it's about half a page of a Google Doc, which is about half of a page of a Word document. So, you know, just if you want an idea, if you didn't see the doc when I linked in the Discord the other on Tuesday, trying to think of what day today is and what day this is going out. If you didn't see this on Tuesday in Discord, yeah, it's quite the doc, and I will be like stylizing it and putting in a couple of images and just making it, prettifying it a bit. But yes, I know I don't own that field. Shush. It's just gonna be kind of prettified, but a Google Doc, and yeah, I'm in a weird place with it. I can't wait to start it because it's gonna be really interesting, but I don't want to commit myself to something that maybe nobody would like. So the first week or two of it is probably going to be kind of an extended test to see if people actually want to watch it, because it is going to be very difficult, and it is designed to be very difficult. It's not the generic let's play that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be something that I want to struggle with it. And I should mention, I'm not going to be getting rid of the Sandy Bay Challenge. This is going to be running alongside kind of alternating days, because I get bored of playing the same map all the time. And if I'm playing two different maps kind of back to back, that makes life just a bit easier for me, because I know I have, we'll say, 2 days to get a thumbnail for map A and 2 days to get a thumbnail for map Y, and you know, if I abandon something on map A because I'm bored of it, I get a full day's respite before I do, you know, have to go back and continue. So that's kind of what the plan is, and it's gonna be interesting. Because, yeah, so far the rules are evil, and that's the intention, is to get the rules to be to have as few outs as possible. And I've had a couple of complaints that one of the rules is not environmentally friendly, which, you know, the rule in question is I'm not allowed to make pit silage. I have to make round bale silage. And to the point of the challenge isn't to be ecologically friendly or to be realistic. The point of the challenge is to make the game as difficult as is humanly possible. And I think there's one or two more rules that I want to add. Just one for kind of YouTube reasons. I guess it would also increase the difficulty. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how even like for me, it's gonna be interesting to see how I cope with it, because I'm not used to playing with limitations as extreme as I want to put on myself for it. Like even with Sandy Bay, I'm making exceptions for when I want to show something off, and I probably will do that on the Insanity Challenge too, because sometimes here's the thing, I can't like hard limit what I do, because I'll need to show stuff off to people periodically, just because I find it's easier to show people stuff than to explain it with words. You know, so the rules like the no money cheat, they're going to be broken periodically just for demonstration purposes only. Not because I don't feel like not cheating money. Such is the problem with YouTube, that you know, rules are all well and good with a series, but when it comes to demonstrating something, or showing a limitation or a problem or a trick or a way around something, yeah, you gotta cheat in money. Kinda wish that would animate each individual time being put on. I remember there was a Windrower in FS15 that did that, and it was awesome. So we are gonna windrow this up now, and the plan is gonna be more baling here, because you saw that I only had 4 hay bales in storage. I'm hoping to get another 4 or 5 or maybe closer to 10 here out of these 2 fields. And then we'll be kind of good for hay for a little while. Once we get all the hay sorted, then we can really kind of start going a bit more ham on the fields, because I know I've been leaving the crop fields and kind of ignoring them a bit. That's I prefer to have, honestly, everything sorted for animal care first, and then do the crops, then do it the other way around, which is it's why you'll commonly see me just abandoning harvests and, you know, ignoring harvest for a little while. It's just because I always feel it's better to get the animal field sorted before worrying about, you know, the canola in field 6. Well, that's great, but the cows need feeding, and they're constant income, so that's more important to me, getting the constant income rather than the instant boom income. And they're going to produce free fertilizer, which, yes, I still have that fascination. For people who have been watching me for the last 2 years, yes, I'm still fascinated with the idea of animals producing free fertilizer. It makes them hugely cost efficient. And I think I said this in a video, pigs are the best animals in the game. As pointless as they are if you're looking for, like, constant income, well, they reproduce insanely quickly, and they give off manure and slurry. So you've got the income from selling any excess pigs, and you've got you've got potential income from manure if you want to sell it, and the definite income from the fact that you don't have to spray your fields as much or spray artificial fertilizer as much. You can, you know, you get enough pigs or or cows together, you can basically run an organic farm, or the farm same equivalent thereof, because, you know, even with organic farms you do have to buy in manure and slurry and whatnot, just to get the right nutrient mix in the soil. But my point is, you can in theory do it in farm sim too. Even buying in the slurry and manure, actually, you can do that. The same with BJ. BJ is like the most ridiculously overpowered thing in the game, because number one, you get a butt ton of money. Number two, you get digestate, which is, again, free fertilizer. Which, you know, people always think of the money side of things with the BJ. Well, I always think of, like, well, yeah, I get the instant money, but just think of how much crop I can get in the future for free. Because, oh hey, look, I don't need to pay for fertilizer for this field on one of the either 1 or 3 passes of fertilizer I'll need to do. Suddenly that makes the BGA hilariously overpowered in the game, because it's basically double income. Same with the animals. Yeah, barring sheep. Sheep are the useless animal. This is the way I think. Sheep are the useless animal because they only provide one, I guess 2 methods of income if you want to sell the sheep. But sheep only provide wool. Granted, they only take grass and water, so they're the easiest animal to tend to, which is why so many people think the sheep are the best animal. No, they're the worst. They are not. They're inefficient for money. They produce wool, which just gets you a lot of money very quickly, but they don't produce it very quickly, and they don't reproduce very quickly. So sheep are basically useless. Pigs are hilariously good, to the point where, like, you could run a map just off pigs. Even buying pig food, you could run a map just doing pigs. And still make a profit. I think Mark DuPont once worked out that if you start a year in seasons with 50 pigs, by the end of the year you'll have like 200, and you can just keep selling them off to 50. And they will just start producing an infinite amount of money after that. That's why you might notice that my challenges always... Well, you might not have noticed because there's only been 2 so far, but I will be doing more as time goes on. But my challenges will always have, like, specific animals are required. Like Sandy Bay, 1 of each, and the difficult challenge is going to be 10 of each, which doesn't sound difficult until you realise the difficult challenge is also going to have seasons in, which means you got to keep them fed. Because if you don't feed your animals with seasons, they die, and the number, if an animal dies, reduces by 1. So you gotta keep those animals pretty well fed, you gotta keep them with water, you gotta keep everything going with seasons. You gotta think about it a lot more. Sandy Bay Challenge is relatively easy. I know I've been talking it up as, oh, this is difficult, this is where the challenge comes in, blah 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 blah. It's easy, because all you have to do is basically spam canola. Or spam barley and sell the bales off. Or spam soybeans or something. With the... I guess I'm going to call it the Insanity Challenge, because it is insanely difficult. With the Insanity Challenge, I've got rules against stuff like that. I've got rules regarding how many bales you have to have before you can start selling bales. By the way, 200 of each. 200 of any type of bale you want to sell in that challenge. before you can sell even one. I've got rules about when you can sell crops, because I can't remember when the best crop prices are in season. I think it is actually when I'm limiting the crop sales to, but got rules on when you can sell crops and stuff like that. I'm gonna make a rule, because I just realized the canola thing, that you can't just spam the same crop every year. Sure, you can have 3 fields of canola in year 1. What use is that when in year 2 you can only have, you know, 1 field of canola? Or, you know, no fields of canola, depending on how many fields you start with. Right, into field 41 we go to windrow that up as well. In fact, just because we've just finished field 40, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. I know it's a bit earlier than I usually do, but I think it's better to just leave it here than to have you sit through more windrowing. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I'll leave it by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Meadow Grove Farm by Nathan6930. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.